Hey everybody, just a couple quick things for you this morning. Real quick, some updates. So since Saturday when we got back with payday, I've just been going at it and taking over. After driving that far and everything, it seemed silly to keep having Cade come out and do chores, so I took back over chores starting Sunday. I have just finished chores for this morning. I had started off with all those new jobs I was talking about with the homestead craftsman stuff, or whatever the heck I'm going to call it. Currently, I'm just wrapping it under the farm. So I've been busy with that the last couple of days. Ironically, the the first job I did was a chicken run roof. Should have filmed that one, so I didn't film it. I'll try to catch some snippets today. It's mostly done. All I got to do is put some chicken or some hardware cloth on the sides. I'll probably grab that and catch y'all a quick video of that. I did get a before picture, but what I wanted to show you guys. So Claire told me yesterday when I got home from that job in the evening that, because I'm actually working on several projects out there, some gate repairs, garden bed repairs, chicken roof, just a whole bunch of stuff for her. But somehow she accidentally spooked the pigs in this paddock. And you can see that, I think most of that post lead, she said that they ran into the fence. She was coming back from feeding the dogs who are up in this one. Actually, currently, they've gone under the fence and are over there, but through the pond. But they spooked. I guess they were all laying down, didn't notice her. One ran into the fence, got its foot caught in the electric fence wire, and snapped it off. She just said she thought it broke the wire. She wasn't sure. It snapped off our, you can see, and yes, I need to get out here and weed eat still. Snapped off the PVC pipe support. So this support has been on there for almost 5 years now, so I'm not surprised it finally broke when a pig, goes yanking on it. But so we got to fix that this morning real quick. They've got it bent all back to here and strewn out and about all out through here. Yeah, there it is. Oh, that doesn't look right. There's two. Oh, I probably had a second one. That's what that is. There would have been one PVC pipe piece on each wooden post. I haven't done that to all of them, but some of them. So yeah, I'm gonna grab some fresh parts. See if I can't find another piece of PVC pipe that'll squeeze into there. And I'll show you how I like to fix those with a quick, easy fix that resolves them snapping off. I've only had a few snap off, but so far this repair style has worked. So here's the style of repair I was going to show you. You can see this one's normal, although at an angle. All the ones I had Claire help me with, I don't know what she shot through at an angle, but that side got snapped off by a boar. And again, yes, I really need to weed eat. But it was getting bad, didn't do it, then 10 days down. Now it's really high up on the list along these fence lines off the electric wire. But this snapped off, and I was actually able to, as a quick repair, because then it was right before we went on that trip, to whittle down an Osage orange from this Osage orange coppice right here. Just whittle down an Osage orange branch real quick that fit the diameter of the 1/2-inch pipe, stuff it in there, and then run that screw. You can see, we're zoomed in as far as we can go, that screw back through the pipe and branch. And I was going to do that to the other one, but that's already bending a bunch. It was straight when I put it in there, so I opted for not. I looked at this right after telling you guys that I'm going to show you the repair I've been doing that seemed like it was holding up. I checked on it, and I don't like how it's holding up. So I went to the barn, dug around, and found one of my pieces already cut to fit. Used the thick-walled 1/2-inch PVC pipe, not the thin-walled. That was a thin wall. You can see the difference over here. Got the fence turned off. That thin wall versus thick wall, they're both 1/2 inch, but it definitely makes the one look larger. Just because it looks like a more larger open space, but they're both, let's see if I can get them to line up there. they're both the same size. So get yourself a thick wall, not a thin wall. The thin walls have a tendency to break over time. I'm sure the thick walls will too, but none of my thick walls have ever broken. Even the one that did break was another thin walled one. So yeah, we're gonna pull that out, and I'm just gonna replace both sides with this thick wall one. All that holds these in are 2 screws, one on each side. This is 1 5/8" screw, but I usually like to use the longer screws. This must have just been what I had when I built this one. Oh, there we go. Where that snapped, it just did not want to come out. I forgot pliers to take the wire off the other one. I'm gonna run back, grab this, grab my pliers and some 2.5-inch screws. But as I was walking back, I was thinking about the fact that unless that wobbles real bad. Sorry, we've got company all around us here now. Super fun. No, it doesn't. Okay. So, while I've never had one of these thicker ones break, that's actually tight enough in there. I thought I remembered them being really loose, and it could just be that the wood is kind of wet. Haven't got rain for a few days now at least, but it's still, ground's still nice. There's a lot to do. They do always break right where the screw goes through, because obviously that creates a weak point in the PVC pipe. Of course now they're licking all the wires since they're off. They learn quick. So I'm gonna not put the screws through them. I will use the screws though. However, save yourself a tool from coming out to do this. If you have a screw with you, or if you're not putting the screws through them, like I'm gonna attempt to not do here, assuming you use the right bit so it's a nice snug fit like that one was, I'll use the screw to drill a hole straight through the PVC pipe to make my hole for the wire. Then I don't have to bring a bit, but that's when I'm normally using the screws then afterwards to anchor the piece down. Since I'm not, it may, like if I'm doing and repairing more of these, I think I have another set to install somewhere. Well, we may have them all installed now. I'll just bring out a drill bit then for future ones. I'm gonna go grab that wire. Hopefully they don't knock you over. You're in the catty corner between this and between them and toast, and a couple are in heat, so fingers crossed they don't break my phone or the tripod. I'm gonna poop right in the fence line though, thank you. They did it. They knocked you over, but they didn't break you. No. Get out of there. Go on. Go on. I forgot to mention it, but they also snapped off 2 of the clips, so we got those replaced real quick. I'm gonna walk and check this, and then we'll hop to the other side of the fence. Looks good. I don't think I said this earlier. I like to go about an inch back. Gives me enough room to wrap around the front and front of it and behind it. And if you run that screw all the way in real quick, it'll round out and give you a smooth entry spot to send that in. And then the blue cable also broke, so hopefully it's long enough. I'll bring you all over here and I'll show you how I'm cutting that and getting that in once we get this back attached. Now obviously the straighter your wire is, so what you're doing is bending that back, the straighter your wire is, the easier it'll go through. I didn't really focus too much on that on the other side and had some snagging problems, so hopefully you guys can hear me. I haven't had an issue with volume yet, I don't think, not on any that and then to edit these, I re-listened to the video or re-watched the video to snip in and out and make sure I don't miss anything, probably 4 or 5 times. Just going back and forth between each clip, you know, once in my camera to edit it on my phone, and then once, because then I'll trim it to get rid of any useless bits like me standing there pushing the button, or honestly, sometimes I get nervous getting ready to talk to you guys. And so it takes me a minute to, you know, get okay with being on camera. So sometimes there's just a minute of me standing there that I need to edit out. But then, so I'll watch them to edit that, and then trim all that off, and then upload it. Been using iMovie a lot lately, that way I don't have to try to go to a coffee shop. One, the last week didn't want to, that would have been a lot of extra walking and whatnot. Yeah, so we'll usually just then do it back on iMovie. At this point, I'm starting to get that figured out. If any of you guys know a better phone video editing app, let me know. But then I'll watch it again when it's on iMovie in its clips to make sure nothing got messed up, because iMovie's not even close to perfect. It's actually really sucky for the most part. And then once in its entirety, once it's pieced together, to make sure there's no problems. And then once again, when I've uploaded it to YouTube, to make sure that there's not a problem on the back end when I'm doing all of the end credit things. All right, so here we are down here, because I couldn't pull this up any further without trying to take it off. And you can see what that looks like wrapped on there, that multi-strand, and how kind of crazy it gets on there. This is why, like we talked about in that other electric fencing video, I don't like this blue multi-strand stuff that Lowe's switched to selling. And if I can track back down that black stuff, I will use it. So need at least 1 to 2 inches. I just pushed it over and we're a little close, so it's going to be tight. But with this stuff, honestly, and even kind of with that better like 9-ish gauge black wire, if you'll just score gently the outside, you can go side to side, and that plastic will split, and looks like I didn't score quite deep enough to hit there's 2 layers. There's a clear plastic layer and then this outer blue layer. But you can see if we pull, that plastic or that rubber then goes, and we don't accidentally risk cutting. There you go, it snaps off when it goes the other direction. And then I went the blue layer. And there we go. I can slide that off. And that's a lot less than I would like. But like I said, I'm already having to pull this whole electric fence wire back towards this. I'm gonna track down, maybe just on Amazon, if I can't find it here in town at either Race Brothers or Somo in Springfield here. If I can't find that other 9 gauge there, then I'll just order some on Amazon and probably go through and replace all of these, because they're really they're coming apart. They don't have as good oftentimes when I'll hear a ticking, it's from all of this ticking back and forth, so I know I'm losing voltage. And I thought I had a 2 joule charger. I actually only have a 1 joule charger, so I really need a stronger fence charger. So I'll probably, I think I talked about it in that other video, I've got a little half joule charger I was gonna run for just the backyard, and then our other one, backyard and quarantine yard, and then was gonna use that other more powerful one for just the field. But I may swap that and do the 1 joule for just the backyard and quarantine yard, and buy a 2 joule and run it for the fence out here in the field. So, all right, let's get this connected. I'm gonna throw you guys back up there. Alrighty, there we go. We've got it hooked up. Started to film you guys, but then the Pivo popped in half. So I got that wired on there. This has come apart, and I could not get it to go back together. It looks like that little gear thing in there's got these tabs, and they're supposed to set inside these little things here. This springs up and down, and I can't get it to connect back together, so, or at least not out here in the field. I'm gonna take it back, give it a quick look. If not, I'm gonna contact customer service, see what I can do. Yeah, that's gonna slow us down a little bit if I can't get a new tripod figured out real quick.